grateful you having me here today to present to you. My name is Dr. Chimaobi. I'm a consultant traumatologist and a spine specialist. Though, as an added advantage in health concerns modalities we're trying to develop in Africa, we also have cellular experts because we try to determine factors that may create the low lifespan in Africa and also in the rest of the world, though it's reflective in Africa more. One of the challenging factors for reducing the longevity of an individual is the radiation. In Moscow, the EMF radiation absorber, in order to find a way to create a preventive health model for people. People that have been predisposed to these challenges are people working in offices, particularly when they stay in front of the systems, they make more calls. These are the ICT personnel, these are the bankers and some other civil servants because you have systems in front of them. So we considered the usage of these gadgets. We have over 6 billion mobile phone users and 1 billion PC users. Why are these devices our enemies? We have 5 sense organs of the body. Regarding the system, when you sit in front of the system, not an individual sitting in the system, it's the eyeball sitting in the system. Because the sense organ of sight, which is the eyes, can only detect one emission from your system, which is the blue visible light. But there are 2 other slow killers that comes out, which the body doesn't even detect as it's penetrating the body. So that's why we've been telling people that are predisposed to sitting in front of the system, as a rule, due to our clinical researches, which I will send after our presentation, an exposure within 20 years is a guaranteed gift of cataract. An exposure within 10 to 15 years is a guaranteed onset of glaucoma. 5 to 10 years, sorry, onset of glaucoma. Within 2 years is the first stage, which is what we call the computer vision syndrome. So I don't wish anybody sitting in these systems to eventually, at retirement, they go back with such gift. So that's why we are advocating worldwide to make sure we find a preventive model to stop those 2 slow killers. Your organ of sight, when I will explain further once we move on, detects this radiation, the blue visible light that comes out from the system or from your iPads, because the iPads also release this radiation. It detects it, so the brain will tell you get a shield. That's the reason why people wear glasses. That's the only kind of a defensive mechanism you can develop. But the reality is, the second is what we call the radio frequency wave. It moves up to 2 meters. The body cannot detect it, even during the penetration to our body. The slowest killer is the lowest frequency, which moves up to 10 meters within the field of that vision where you're sitting. So the model we have worked on, we did the research in microbiology for the medical experts or microbiologists. We have what we call, we check the petri dish of affection of cells. Once you're sitting in front of the system, the defense layer of your eyes is the cornea, and they have the corneal cells. Also for the brain, for every single minute call you make, 1,000 brain cells die. Every single minute call. We have the evidence base for this approach. So this is the initial state. Without the foam, there is normal flow of the blood cells. The greatest fluidity in our system, we're 70% of fluid. 90 to 95% of this 70% we have are the blood cells. We have other fluid mediums, but the blood cells are greatest within us. Okay? So once you have the foam, without the foam, they are moving fine, no matter where in the body. Whether you put to the brain, put to the pocket, or the heart region, they are affecting it. On a minute call, these cells on our research found out on electron microscopy, without the foam ringing, first of all, the flow stops. Flow of the blood cells stops. But once you start picking up that call, a minute, 1,000 brain cells gets agglutinated. Not only that, which in further slides I will explain deeper what actually happens when you make call. But once you put the EMF-free radiation absorber, by the way, we're Nobel Prize winner for this in Brussels, it's very easy to install to the systems or to the phones to make you comfortable to make your call safely. Once you have that, there's full restoration in a better model, the flow of the blood. So we use the blood cells in order to analyze these parameters. The phone. So we are about 98 experts that worked on this. I happen to be the first African physician that worked with them. I lived most of my life as an adult in the Russian region.
I hope you are not recording also.
No. This is why among the experts we have pathologists, we have traumatologists. Traumatology we do together with orthopedic surgery. So we visit all organ levels to determine different kinds of traumas. We have invasive traumas, we have non-invasive traumas. So what I'm talking here, standing as a traumatologist in front of you, is talking about the non-invasive trauma to the eyes and to the brain cells. And again, for the men, we are all men here. There's no lady here. Most of the low libido in men is because you put phone always in the pocket. Most of the onset of prostate problem, because no man will avoid it. It's not an old man's disease, as people say, because the phone is always in the pocket. So these are very important for people to consider. And this is how it looks, quite simple. With a flat sticker, you can just show from behind the phone. We created this EMF model. It's a crystalline lattice because radiation has stronger affinity to your cells as a rule. Radiation, you read further on the sequence, stronger affinity to your cells. The only enemy to that sticker is the fingerprints. Fingerprints don't have to touch it. You have to put it and put it on a pouch. It contains 999 holograms. Arrayed, yes, 999 holograms arrayed in a crystalline array that has a stronger affinity to the radiation than the radiation has a stronger affinity to your cells. So it's like a counter defense process. That's why we've developed that. And there's a triangle that has to point down. That guides you on the position of placing it, because if you place it otherwise, it won't work. How does the brain problem develop, which we call the glioma? This is a sequence of development. We tell this to our fellow medical practitioners for them to understand it based on clinical evidence, because if you're talking to medical colleagues, you have to show evidence based for the research methods. You're making a call. The phone is beside your ear. It's at the position of the midbrain. The midbrain contains the smallest body of the brain, which we call the pineal body. The pineal body's duty is to release melatonin. It releases during the day for you to be able to sleep at night. So it has to accumulate between when you wake up normally in the morning, 7 a.m., before you sleep at 8 p.m., within 12 hours. That's the duty of the pineal body, releasing melatonin. And melatonin is a neurotransmitter, just like you have the electricity. You have a cable, but without a socket, you won't get the current. The same thing. The melatonin sends out the electricity of the brain. Here we call the cerebellum. Here, this is called the cerebellum. Melatonin is this, what you see here. It's inside here, pineal body. This is called the cerebellum, near the hypothalamus. I try to use simpler words, sorry. I know you guys are not medical. The cerebellum, which we know in simple biology, is for balance, muscle coordination. But once that phone is beside your ear, you shut down the production of melatonin for the number of minutes you make your call. We've submitted research. The Cancer Institute research in San Francisco, California, the AMCON Institute in Moscow,